everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to episode 109 of In Focus Friday. Now last week we had a look at the Antigua and Barbuda Rum Runner coin, which is the first of a new series by the East Caribbean Central Bank. Very interesting coin as well. Lots of you really liked it, proved to be very popular. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please do go have a look. The link is down in the description below. Now this week we're going to be having a look at the Rwanda nautical ounce. This one's the HMS Endeavour, the second in the series. I'm working my way through a lot of the cannon fodder of In Focus Friday coins that I've been picking up over these last couple of weeks. So no vote today. There will be a sneak peek though at the end of this episode of what we're going to talk about next time. So make sure you stick around and have a look. So today, nautical ounce, nautical Endeavour coins. This is a very interesting coin indeed. I love these. The first one, the Santa Maria from 2017, was incredibly special. I even picked up the 1 ounce gold version of that with the 100 mintage, and I've got a very special treat coming for you in probably about 3 weeks' time. Undecided exactly when it's going to get here, so don't know exactly, but it's going to be a very special coin indeed. You've probably worked out what it's going to be. Now, I'm going to cut this one out of its OMP. I would not necessarily advise everybody to do this. I'm going to keep one in the OMP and I'm taking one out of the OMP, and I'm doing this because, and you'll see why when the coin comes out, they look very, very different when they are out of the OMP to compared when they are in the OMP. Now I did this last year when I picked these coins up, and I think personally they look a lot better out of that OMP. You can really see how much texture that plastic adds to the coin. Some of you might like that, that's fine, and to a certain degree I do like it, but that's not how the coin was designed, that's not how the coin is meant to look, and I personally think that this, this is just sublime. This is one of the prettiest coin series and coins that I have ever seen, and it's continuing to impress. It's got a really loyal following. There's lots of people who have been picking these up in the BU versions like this coin here, or the silver proof versions, and the gold coins as well. They are absolutely sublime. So they are continuing to impress with this design. This is from this design is HMS Endeavour, and HMS Endeavour is a fantastic story. It's one which is not necessarily as well known as a lot of the other famous ships and stories that are out there. This is from Captain Cook. Captain Cook is the one, is Captain Cook. I wasn't saying Captain Hook, in case anybody misheard me. I speak quite quickly, I know. So Captain Cook, who discovered the Cook Islands and were named after him, sailed this ship on a Pacific expedition. And the story of that trip is really very interesting. And I was doing a bit of research on this, and I want to share with you guys a little bit of the story. It is the most interesting bit, I think, for me, is the shipwreck part of the story that comes out of this adventure that Captain Cook had. They ran aground on a reef, and it was really make or break. They were in the middle of nowhere, 25 miles from the nearest island, let alone populated island, and they were stranded on this reef. They couldn't get the ship off the reef. They had to essentially dump overboard nearly all of their guns, the cannons, leaving themselves basically defenseless, even pumping out their drinking water, throwing anchors overboard. They had to abandon various anchors as well, and all to get the ship up off the reef. And eventually they did. They beached the ship, they repaired the hull, and on they went. And the voyage was successful in a way, but the poor crew of this voyage did not fare too well. And it's a very indicative kind of bit of history around sailing and exploration in those times. The crew's life expectancy was not great, and so many of them perished to disease, dysentery, and malnourishment along the way of their sort of 2-year journey. But look at this, Endeavour is a fantastic historical ship, and Captain Cook as well. Go and have a read all about Captain Cook and HMS Endeavour. It's really quite romantic and exciting and saddening at the same time. But just look at this. I mean, this is one of the reasons I love that I have a 4K camera, because just getting this close to the coin and having a look at the details really shows you that this coin is very well made, exceptionally pretty. The ship itself is fantastic, all of the different bits of rigging. You can almost see the crew members leaning over the side of the deck as well. really interesting. Then we've got the detail on this compass, which looks absolutely sublime, really very well done. Then we've got the nautical themed, I think that's a sextant as well as a telescope, and of course the ring of rope as well. And just the frosted finish, contrasting with the kind of shiny parts of the coin, really exemplify the details. I love the kind of modernistic, almost like it's a chart-like design in the background, like the ship is sailing on a map with those lines, those crossing lines in the background as well. And that's just what makes this coin fantastic. And you can really see the difference of it inside and outside the OMP. Let's now have a look at this one here, which is inside the OMP, and you can see that the plastic puts this kind of texturing over the coin which distorts a lot of the detail. You can't really see as, I mean, it still looks great, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't look like it was supposed to, in my opinion. So yeah, I like to take these out of the OMP and make sure that you can really enjoy that coin to the best of its ability. I would love to know what you think. Do you have them? Have you taken them out of the OMP? Now quickly, just to run through a few of the specifications on this. Now with the proof coins, the silver proof and the gold BU coins, because they're not actually gold proof coins, they have limited mintages. I'm not off the top of my head sure of the mintage of the silver proofs, but there's certainly only 100 of these in the gold version. And the silver BU versions will actually only be struck between April 2018 and March 2019, and they're minted to order is what I understand. So it depends on just quite how many are ordered from the mint and from dealers and from, I guess, private individuals who can order from the mint. That means that we don't really know what the mintage is. It's a very popular series for sure. I would say that the first one in this series will probably be a lower mintage than the second one in the series, and it'll probably continue to grow in mintage as the series gains popularity. So I think this one is a pretty good bet for the future, because whilst it's, you know, the second in the series, it's not going to have the lowest number of mintage, it's certainly going to have a relatively low mintage to the rest of the series. So definitely worth factoring that in if it's something that you're looking to get as an investment. So yeah, I think it's fantastic. I really love the way it looks. I'm just going to sit here and admire that for a few seconds, because it's the light that plays off it is great, and it's just a very attractive coin, and it's got that romantic history about Captain Cook and HMS Endeavour as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this coin generally. As I said, I've actually got the 1 ounce gold version of this coin. I'm going to have an exclusive look at that here on this channel in the near future. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, so if you would like to see that coin showcased here on my channel at some point in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then you can see that when it goes live. Now, as I said at the start of the episode, there is no vote for this week. We're going to be having a look at, for those of you on the Silver Forum, you'll understand when I say this, we're going to have a look at a bloody Krugerrand, a bloody silver Krugerrand. So Silver Forum members, I have to apologise. I've been holding out on you guys. I picked some of these up from goldsilver.be without telling you all, and you all know how I felt about them in the group order, from everybody constantly asking me to buy them as part of that group order. So we are going to focus on that next week. We're going to talk about the Krugerrand. We're going to show this next to a gold version of the Krugerrand so we can compare and contrast that, talk about whether or not the silver versions of the Krugerrand are going to be popular or not, or big hits, big flops. We'll have to have a look and see. One thing's for sure is it's quite a cool coin. It's a novel coin, and it's a cheap coin as well for a silver coin, so it's definitely worth talking about. So if you'd like to see that next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you liked this episode today with the nautical ounce coins, then make sure you hit the thumbs up button as well, because that really does help everything that I do here on my channel to share the video around through the YouTube algorithm. And if you could share it on your social media too, that would be very helpful indeed. Otherwise, that is about all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.